Welcome back to The Real Story. As droves of illegal immigrants continue to spill across our border, the Obama administration facing increasing criticism about its leadership. The president scheduled to visit Texas this week for Democratic fundraisers and an economic event, but so far, no plan for him to take a first-hand look at facilities housing thousands of illegal immigrant children. Chief White House correspondent Ed Henry live for us in Washington with more on this story. So, Ed, pressure does seem to be building on the president to act, right?
That's right, Gretchen, especially after yesterday you saw on NBC's Meet the Press that the president's Homeland Security Secretary, Jay Johnson, repeatedly ducked questions about whether they're going to enforce the law. Are they going to deport these children if they turn out to be illegal after they go through the process? He said many times they're looking at other options to deal with this. I just pressed Josh Earnest, the White House spokesman, on that point. Listen.
What are those additional options? Is he enforcing the law or just looking for other options?
Well, as you know, Ed, what the 2008 law requires, it requires some very specific handling of children who are apprehended on the border, who originated in Central American countries. And so when he's talking about additional options, he's talking about more efficiently processing them through the system.
And some new information, we're hearing that tomorrow the president is going to send a special budget request to Congress for more money to hire ICE lawyers, more immigration judges. They believe inside the White House that will help move this process along so they can decide whether or not to deport these children. Gretchen?
All right, so beyond securing the border, what other levers are Republicans pressing this administration for?
Well, you've got Senator Lindsey Graham, who's obviously an outspoken critic of the president on a whole range of national security issues, saying point blank that these Central American countries where the children are coming from should have all U.S. taxpayer aid cut off unless they start helping us. Listen.
I would put on the table cutting off any foreign assistance to these countries until they embrace solving this problem. The president has sent a message out, where he knows it or not, if you get to America, you can stay.
And that's the problem for the president. He's had this perception. Republicans have been pushing for years now that the border has been porous on his watch, and that's part of the reason why we have this crisis right now. You mentioned at the top there's pressure on him to visit the border when he does some fundraising Wednesday and Thursday in Texas. So far, White House officials say he will not go to the border, Gretchen.
Very interesting. We'll see if anything changes tomorrow or the next day. Ed, thanks.
Good to see you.